You like where I'm at?
Yeah.
It's not. I'm such a blur.
It's the who you?
Yeah. See, yeah.
Because my face is over here.
I'm ready. Let's go.
Hey guys. Hey guys, welcome to Rebuild. You can clearly see I have a guest today. He's
Hello.
called Ken, and I'll give him some time to introduce himself. If it's your first time here, thank you so much. I hope you stay and just listen in and maybe subscribe if you like the content. But we're gonna go straight into it.
All right, let's do it.
I know you guys are probably wondering who's this man in my channel. You're probably wondering who he is. Drum rolls. Ken is a good friend of mine. Because I knew y'all be thinking I got Bay here. Ken is a really good friend of mine. And Ken inspires me a lot, you know, because of just how, just your whole self, right? He is going to talk about some stuff. I'm going to shut up now because I'll just keep bragging on my friend. Go ahead and introduce yourself, Ken.
Guys, my name is Ken Afriken, also known as the Positive African. What would you want to know about me? Let's see. I am a personal trainer in California, and I also own a clothing company. Can you guess what it's called? Afriken Clothing Company. This, you can see it on my shirt, you can see it right here. So I represent Africa pretty hard as one. What else about me? I'll leave that for the questionnaires.
Yeah.
But let's talk about and go about what
brought you to this channel?
What brought me to this channel? Yeah, let me ask you what brought me to this channel.
So I've known Ken for a while, and Ken is the most positive person you would ever think about. Like, when you're having a bad day, when you're having a rough day, I promise you, like, Ken, I don't think you understand how much your positivity irradiates even through social media. Like, it's ridiculous. But my viewers, my subscribers maybe don't know about the fact that Ken has HIV, and I just said how positive he is. He is the most inspiring person that's living for, like, in my life right now, because you're never gonna find Ken without a smile on his face. So I invited him on here because there might be somebody out there that needs to hear your story, maybe how you found out, and then like when you decided that this is not a death sentence, because you know there are people out there thinking that this is a death sentence.
So guys, yes, I am HIV positive. I am actually blessed with being HIV positive. I don't know how to explain this, that I am blessed. So I was born and raised in Kenya. I wasn't meant to come to the States.
Right.
But somebody else's fell out on their ticket and I jumped on it.
Are you serious?
I didn't jump on it. I was sent here.
I didn't know that about
Yeah, so a little secret about me. So, and then when I came to find out when I was 15 years old, 14 years old, I'm not good with dates, so don't hold me accountable to that. But yeah, I found out I was HIV positive. The way I found out, I got sick with pneumonia. I had a cough for a long time. It wasn't really like a death sentence. It was just a cough for a long time.
Yeah.
And I'm in a house full of nurses.
Yeah.
So if you don't know this, if you're watching this from back home in Kenya, Kenyans just come here to be nurses.
That's true though. Y'all be coming out here and you're all nurses.
There's a lot of nurses.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
so it's so they were like, okay, this cough hasn't gone away, let's get it taken care of. So we went into the hospital, and when we were in the hospital, they took a lot of blood work just to see everything, and they happened to check to do all the blood work tests, and one of them came back positive.
Yeah.
And it was HIV.
Right.
And so at 14, it could be even 13 right there.
Yeah.
I didn't really know much about it except the negative stigma behind it.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So I didn't know much about it. So, but I knew it was bad because my mom, my adopted mom now, who's my aunt, was in tears. She just acted like she was scared. I could see it in her eyes. I could see it in her. So I think I automatically made an automatic decision that I'm gonna be firm for her.
Yeah.
Because I saw the fear in her. She was crying a lot. And the doctor kept on saying they're good.
Yeah.
Now, the reason why I look at this as a blessing, ever since I got HIV, I've got to experience a whole nother side of the States that people who have been here for years haven't gotten to.
Okay.
There's things such as Make-A-Wish Foundation.
Yeah.
There is Make-A-Wish Foundation. There is a hospital that I was going through that I get all my medical needs taken care of as long as I was available for their studies on their medication, which I was more than happy to be, putting my life somewhat of a risk.
Yeah.
But testing medication so it could go abroad and help everyone out.
Right.
And so I got to experience the good end of the stick. Honestly, guys, I've been blessed by HIV. It's been a positive aspect to my life. That's where the name The Positive African comes from, because I am very positive about being HIV positive. It's not a death sentence at all. The medication advancement on HIV is so far ahead.
Yeah.
Like, if, by the way, she said I'm not babe, but we don't know yet. So in the name of Lord, I'm just kidding. So let's use this as an example. Let's say me and you were to have a kid.
Yeah.
It's such a low, because my viral load is so low, there's such a low chance of you catching it.
Right.
Is that so? It's that's where people forget. So the medication and everything is so advanced, but the population is so behind.
Right.
Right.
And the mentality too.
The population. So I put them in that group, the mentality of the population. So there's a lot of stigma. I've spoken openly in a bunch of what are they called? Forums.
Yeah.
And one of them is called Snap 254, which is Snap 254.
Oh, you've been on that
so
one?
I've hosted Snap 254 multiple times, and I think you should put the name right there, because
Snap 254.
Yeah, I love them. They're a Snapchat group where you can host. I'm hosting April 19th, by the way.
Okay.
So
for the Snapchatters.
Yes, for the Snapchatters. Go check
right.
it out. But so I was on there multiple times, and I got one question, and I got it 2 times. One for the first time. I have a very flamboyant way of me. I'm a very flamboyant person. I'm like Google. I just show up in all colors. Yeah. Right? I just don't show up once, right?
Yes.
So I'm all over the place, right? You feel me? But in on Snap 254, a guy asked me, and he said, "Are you gay?" And the reason why first and foremost, there's a higher population of people who have HIV in the gay community.
Yes, that's
because
true.
of it's easier to transmit it based on how they do their thing.
Yeah,
their lifestyle. And so he asked me, "Are you gay?" There was 2 people who asked me this question. There was one person who was who you could tell he wanted to know, but he was asking from a very negative place. And there was a person who was very genuine about how he was asking it, and he really actually cared to know if I was gay. Maybe because he was gay or something, but I'm not. By the way, I'm not gay. I'm very straight.
He's just very positive.
But I'm a flamboyant being.
Yeah.
My feminine.
He's gonna put a smile on your face.
Yeah, right. I have a feminine energy, and I love it. And I utilize my feminine energy in everywhere I do. I'm a coach, so 90% of my
clients,
coachees are women.
Yeah.
So as I was going back, so that's one of the stigmas. Not everyone who is a male that has HIV is gay. No, we're not. There's multiple ways of getting HIV. Yeah. Not just through that lifestyle. Yeah. Right. And then another stigma that I get is when I tell people,
it's okay, go ahead.
So when I tell people that I'm HIV positive, the next thing that I get is, "Oh my God, are you okay?" So, and I understand because no one has taught you anything about HIV. No one has taught you about HIV. You don't have the knowledge that I have about HIV. So I do understand, but not everyone who is HIV positive is dying. That's another thing.
Oh, that's good.
Right? So not that I've been living a healthy life. I always say this, in the States, I'm healthier than 90% of the States. Yeah. I mean, than the people in the States. Right. So I'm also a fitness trainer, so I preach and I practice health. Yeah. So yeah, I live perfectly fine. I lift weights. There's a lot that I do.
I think this is a good segue because he has a YouTube channel, Positive Afriken.
It's called, excuse me, The Positive African.
The Positive African.
Yes. And that's obviously the name comes from being positive about HIV, being HIV positive, and also African is a fusion between Africa and Can, which makes me who I am. African.
Right? It's so cool though. That's so creative.
I mean, what can I say? God has blessed me, right?
But for anybody who's watching, right? You could be watching and you're like, yo, maybe you got this news, or like he said, not every HIV positive person that's been diagnosed with HIV is dying. Like, look at this man. He's positive about his everything that he does. It's not something that you need to be like, oh, I'm so. No, he's a regular human being, and there's a lot of stigma with this.
Yes.
Do you know that there's a lot of people that prejudge somebody because they've just found out their status?
Oh yes, that's another thing we have to come to. That the
Yeah.
stigma is when somebody finds out, they automatically think it's that guy has HIV or that girl has HIV because they were messing around, right?
Yes.
Or they were doing drugs. That's not true. Some of us are maybe born with it. I don't know how I got it.
Yeah.
We don't know.
Yeah.
My mom doesn't have it.
Yeah.
So so not necessarily born with it.
Yeah.
But we don't know how I got it. So to tell them, and a lot of people find it hard because I don't know. So they think I'm lying. And I'm like, why would I lie about this and publicly come and speak about it, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I don't. Not everyone is like.
Caught it through.
Yeah, actually, a lot of people who don't. I mean, cause since I've been speaking openly about this, I've had a lot of people openly speak to me about their experience, right? And I would say 5 out of 10 people who have spoken to me about it have got it from a cheating spouse. So like. That wasn't fair to them.
It's
so like,
not.
and then you have a judgment on top of that.
No.
Imagine how painful it is already to have this diagnosis. I see it as a positive aspect, but not everyone responds to it the way I respond to it.
Yeah.
So then you have somebody who's pointing fingers to say you have this lifestyle. And you're like,
No.
come on. So, but that's a negative aspect that I don't really enjoy.
Right. And for my viewers, because most of my viewers are saved or they love Jesus or whatever.
Okay.
This is up to us as the church, you know, like we do have this connotation of we are judgmental, and can you imagine judging somebody, or you meet somebody and you found out their status and then you're like, oh my gosh, they be, you know, all up, you know, you have this prejudgment of their lifestyle. You don't know how they caught it. So it's up to us as Christians, as, you know, followers of Christ, to extend our love to people that maybe have HIV. They're not different. They're not different from us at all. And I hate the fact that they're put in this little box. It doesn't make any sense to me. So
it's sad. It's sad. And you know what? And I know some of your followers are in Kenya. And I know I love my home country. That's my home country. I was born and raised there, like I've said before. But I haven't been there in a while, but I've heard from people back there that the stigma is worse than it is in the States.
Yeah.
And guys, like, we are the next generation. We are. Like, this, what we're doing right now, actually, I acknowledge you so much for living in purpose, because right now you're bringing something to people at home that, you know, they might not have. Yeah. Right? So, we're changing the future of our country. Yeah. Right? Mm-hmm. So I hate when people compare Kenya to America, because America is like 200-some years and Kenya's only 50-some years old. That's like one compared to 20-something years old. So we're trying to walk here, but we're making an impact in our country.
For sure.
So I acknowledge you for standing in.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you're still watching this and you're still new, you should subscribe to that channel.
Please subscribe to my channel.
Subscribe to his channel too. Lastly, before we go, I wanted to. You had some.
Oh yes.
Actually, wait. I wanted to tell somebody that might be out there. You might have maybe received some news, or you might have HIV and you are discouraged, or you feel like it's the end of the world. We're here to encourage you and let you know that it's not the end. You know, we love you, and in the Bible, in the scripture, it tells us that he's working things out for our good. Like everything that happens in our lives right now, he's working it out. God's working things out for our good, right? So people might think this is ridiculous, like this is, I'm done. But look at what impact Ken's having on the Kenyan community in the States and the Kenyan community back home. He's making a huge impact. So he's still working things out, and he said he's been blessed. He's blessed, and when I say I see it, he's blessed, and he's living out his purpose with his YouTube channel and his fitness program. I need to sign up for some fitness classes.
Yes. We can talk about that. Yeah. Also a personal trainer.
He's a personal trainer.
Training.
Yes, and I'll plug it in somewhere. So you can still live out your purpose and live out who God has called you to be. This is not, your status don't mean nothing, okay? Don't mean anything. So
by the way, when she was saying if you just got hit with news such as I'm HIV positive or I have an STI or an STD, feel free to contact me on my private messaging on Facebook, on Instagram. We'll put all those in there. So we have Can Afriken Facebook, Can Afriken Instagram, Uzima Fitness Training, and Afriken Clothing Company. So yeah, feel free to write me there. Say I found you on Raina's Rebuilt YouTube channel, and I want to talk to you about something. I'll make sure I'm confidential, and I will talk to you, and but be ready to take action because that's what's next.
Yeah, that's so good. Yeah, thank you. So, thank you for coming, man. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And
more importantly, share this video too, because there's somebody else that might need to hear this.
Share this video. That's the point. Share this video. And then he has. Oh, by the way, you have something for me?
So on top of this gear that you already have, this amazing shirt.
FYI, I'm gonna just go closer to the. Listen, this is good stuff. It's saying what, Afriken Clothing Company?
Yeah, and then the giraffe says stand tall. And then we're gonna give you a hat because you love wearing hats in your videos.
I do. So, actually, I'm gonna show them the hat. Focus. Perfect. Is it focusing?
It is focused.
Okay. Yeah, thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Of course.
You know I love me my hats.
Yes.
My snapbacks. Thanks, Ken.
I guess we're complete.
We are.
Yeah.
Remember, do you know my tagline?
I don't.
Oh my God! Like, who am I going to invite on my channel and they know my tagline?
I'm an honest man. I don't yet.
Okay, so my tagline is, "You're never too tainted to witness."
Never too tainted to witness.
Yeah.
Can you explain that to me?
So that means for most of my viewers and most of my channel subscribers, we always go through this. We have this notion that unless you're a pastor, unless you have a clean background, you can't witness to somebody about Jesus. So I come from, the lifestyle I used to live. FYI, the past, because I know I've been knowing Ken for more than 3 years now, no?
Way more than that.
Way more than that. So he knew the life I used to live, and he knows me still. So I always, that life, right? We used to turn up. Yeah. But I don't do that anymore. And that doesn't mean because I have a bad past, I can't witness to somebody about Jesus. So that's what the tagline means.
I love that.
All right, do you want to say it together?
How do I say it again?
You're never too tainted to witness. 1, 2, 3, go. You're never too tainted to witness. See you later. Love you guys.
See ya.
Bye.